Only on 3. The family of a Rincon man is speaking out after he died following an incident at a Tybee Island nursing home earlier this year. He was a resident there. WSAV's Sarah Smith first exposed allegations of negligence and abuse there last year. Tonight she joins us with how this family is fighting for change in hopes of preventing another tragedy.
Conducted at the Rosewood, formerly Oceanside Care Center. The front page details the death of resident 3, but Frederick Dillard's family says they want everyone to know he's more than just a name on paper.
We just really want people to know what a wonderful individual he was and how much we miss him.
Ella Brown is the aunt of Frederick Dillard. She says the 61-year-old brought so much light and love to her life and the lives of others, but that light went out on January 24th, 2026.
It was crushing to us.
According to an investigation conducted by the Department of Health and Human Services, a quadriplegic resident was found unresponsive with the top part of his body hanging off his bed, his elbow wedged into the side rail. He died at a hospital a short time later. Brown says this was her nephew, Frederick.
We were absolutely shocked. I had just talked to him on Sunday. He was sitting up. He was very articulate. He was very attentive.
The report also states the resident was not checked on for roughly 4 hours. Brown also told WSAV that Frederick's call button was taken away from him and his roommate previously, but a certified nursing assistant told the Department of Health and Human Services that he had the call button in his hand. Brown says her family is now turning this tragedy into an opportunity to advocate for those in this facility and other nursing homes.
We really don't want another family member to ever go through this. What our advocacy is for is the best care in these nursing home facilities and hospitals, wherever your family person is, that they receive the best care. And we thought and we believed that that was what was going to happen with Frederick, and it did not.
She now has legal representation. Nicole Hamilton.
My office is undertaken to go further into that investigation to explore any other areas of deficiencies or potential breaches of any standards of care, that we can make sure that this family gets complete answers and transparency about what happened to their loved one, and wherever that leads us is where we end up.
Now, we have reached out to Oceanside Care Center several times for comment. We either received no comment or we did not hear back. Sarah Smith, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Thank you. New at 6, a soldier killed while serving overseas is being remembered here at home. Congressman Buddy Carter confirming that First Lieutenant Tyler Feehan grew up in Bryan County, making his loss a personal one for many across coastal Georgia. Feehan was killed during an attack at an air base in Jordan on Saturday. He was 25 years old and served as an air defense artillery officer assigned to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, but spent a large part of his childhood in Richmond Hill. His family is now honoring his legacy by creating a GoFundMe account that will help pay for scholarships for ROTC cadets. In a message on the page, his family said they hope Tyler's legacy will open doors to education for those who serve or hope to, adding that they want his life to remind people of the good this country still holds. We have a link to that fundraising page at WSAV.com, as well as statements from his family. One of the biggest economic development projects in Georgia history is now in the spotlight as residents get their first chance to learn more about OpenAI's planned data center in Effingham County. Let's take a live look outside of the Effingham County College and Career Academy. This is where there is a line out the door to get into the open house, and protesters are also gathering there. This event comes just a day after the company announced plans to build a $20 billion center campus in the Savannah Gateway Industrial Hub. Company representatives and local leaders are answering questions right now about the project, including its impact on jobs, infrastructure, education, the environment. WSAV's Isabella Baez is there for us, and we will hear from residents coming up tonight on WSAV News 3 at 10 and 11. WSAV is on your side, and residents at the Savannah apartment complex say they are dealing with mold, high utility bills, and maintenance problems that they claim have gone unresolved for months. They reached out to WSAV for help, and WSAV's Isley Herschel has their story.
The water seeps from underneath the floor if we don't use a humidifier when we're taking a shower.
This man lives in the Links at Georgetown apartment complex in Savannah. He wants to remain anonymous. He sat down with me to talk maintenance issues with his apartment that he says aren't being taken care of.
There's a lot of patchwork done with the maintenance. They don't really address any concerns. They just kind of put a Band-Aid on it.
Mold in the shower, broken appliances, and high bills are just some of the problems he tells us he's having to deal with. He says he's paid close to $300 in electric bills, and his apartment still only cools to 74 degrees. He says he's not the only resident dealing with persistent problems.
There was a resident that came to us on social media to say, I've been without an air conditioner for 11 months. And instead of them fixing it, they continue to give us portable air conditioning units.
He says when he brought his concerns up to the property managers, he saw a line of people waiting to complain about the issues they were having. We took these complaints to management at the links at Georgetown Apartments. They sent us this statement. It reads in part, providing a positive living experience for our residents is important to us. We take all maintenance concerns seriously, and our team works diligently to respond to service requests promptly and address reported issues as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, the resident says he wants action, not words.
So we're looking for transparency. We're looking for resolution-based communication. We're looking for a better living environment.
In Savannah, Isley Herschel, WSAV News 3, on your side.
And to see the full statement from the leasing office, you can visit WSAV.com. The Chatham County Police Department is pulling back the curtain on how it uses license plate reader technology, also known as Flock. The online portal shows how many Flock cameras are operating across the county, which agencies share data with Chatham County Police, and the types of cases where the technology has been used. The department says the portal does not allow the public to search individual plates or view private driver information. Chief Jeff Hadley says the goal is to give the community more confidence in how the technology is being used.
Certainly understand, generically people's reservations, but what I can say is, based on our policy, that we're not arbitrarily going in there and searching for somebody's license plate number just to check on their travels and what they're doing and where they're coming and going.
Chatham County Police currently operates 37 Flock cameras. The department says the system helped investigators in several major cases, including the disappearance of Quinton Simon. Under Georgia law, Flock data is kept for 30 days before it's deleted. WSAV is your local election headquarters. The field is growing in South Carolina's Republican special primary. Another candidate entering the race today to succeed the late Senator Lindsey Graham. Former South Carolina Governor and Congressman Mark Sanford announced today that he is seeking the Republican nomination. He represented South Carolina's 1st congressional district before serving as governor from 2003 to 2011. He later returned to Congress, where he served from 2013 to 2019. In his announcement, Sanford said the nation is at a financial tipping point, adding that he's running to help preserve the American dream. Sanford joins a growing primary field that includes Congressman Russell Fry, Ralph Norman, as well as Darlene Graham, who was appointed to serve the remainder of her late brother's term. A new Emerson College poll shows that Congressman Ralph Norman leads the field. Mark Lynch, who has announced his candidacy, is second. Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evette and Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who has said she's not running, are tied at 10%. Congressman Russell Fry, Governor McMaster, Senator Darlene Graham, and former Governor Mark Sanford all receiving single-digit support in that poll. If you're looking for an excuse to try some of Tybee Island's best food, you'll have plenty of options very soon. Tybee Island Restaurant Week is returning August 3rd through the 17th. The 2-week event will feature exclusive food and drink specials, limited time menu items, and other offers from participating restaurants across the island. Organizers say the goal is to encourage both residents and visitors to explore the local dining scene while supporting the small businesses that help make the island a popular destination. There's no ticket required to take part, and diners can simply visit participating restaurants during that 2-week period and enjoy their specials. A complete list of the restaurants taking part and the deals that they're offering so far, you can find them right now at WSAV.com.
Now, Time Saver Traffic, sponsored by Arrowhead Clinic, the accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
This evening, we don't have any major issues on the roadways around the Coastal Empire and Low Country. A lot of green on the map for US 17, Interstate 16, Highway 80, and Highway 21 all heading out of town. So drive times are pretty close to normal. Just a little bit longer than normal heading down to Richmond Hill. Just about a half an hour, though. 13 minutes to get out to Pooler. But as far as our temperatures, it's going to be another hot day for tomorrow. Storm chances increase in the later part of the day and especially for the weekend. But next week, we dry out and heat up again back into the upper 90s. A look at the complete forecast is coming up.